If you haven't purchased the new Diablo 4 DLC expansion, Vessel of Hatred, and you are wondering whether it's worth it or not, stick around. I will break down everything you need to know to make your decision.
Tell me, is he owed mercy? Or is it justice?
I finished the Vessel of Hatred campaign yesterday, and while I had some issues, I genuinely had fun most of the time. However, that alone might not give you all the information you need to make your final decision. The Vessel of Hatred expansion introduced a 7th to Diablo 4, taking players to Nahantu, a brand new region. As fans dive into the quest in Act 7, they may wonder how long it will take to complete the expansion. Players who focus solely on the main storyline of Vessel of Hatred can expect to finish the campaign in about 12 hours. For comparison, Diablo 4 main story takes roughly 25 hours to complete, meaning this DLC's campaign is about half the length of the base game. Diablo 4 Vessel of Hatred expansion delivers a compelling new narrative for fans eager to continue the base game story. The introduction of the new Spiritborn class, along with features like mercenaries and rune wards, brings back beloved elements from older games that longtime fans have been missing. In short, Vessel of Hatred is packed with content, both in campaign and endgame. It offers a fun and intriguing extension to the base game story. And I noticed what seemed to be more polished graphics. I enjoyed the campaign overall. Even so, it's only about the half length of Diablo 4 main story. The new region is quite enjoyable, and I appreciate the increased involvement of your character in dialogues and the storyline. However, I did feel something was missing. There could have been more boss fights, and the story didn't feel as deep as I hoped. The difficulty was also not as challenging compared to my experience with Diablo 4 main story, which may be due to the new level system. If you choose to go through the campaign at lower levels, you can complete it with little difficulty and without dying, which might reduce the sense of challenge. So the big question remains, is it worth buying? In my opinion, there is no simple answer. It really depends on where you are as a Diablo player. If you are in the mood to keep playing, have already finished Diablo 4 main story and the previous seasons, and want to continue your journey like I did, then yes, go ahead and get it. The new story, region, Spiritborn class, and features like mercenaries, rune wards, and the new endgame's Dark Citadel are definitely worth it. Regarding the endgame content, Vessel of Hatred introduced a new activity called the Dark Citadel. This co-op dungeon requires a minimum of 2 players, although 4 are recommended for the best experience. To maximize the rewards from Diablo 4 Dark Citadel, players should aim to clear each week. In my opinion, the Standard Edition is the best choice. The extra offer in the other editions aren't worth the price, as they may be marketed well but ultimately lack of value. On the other hand, if you haven't played Diablo 4 at all yet, I recommend purchasing Diablo 4 expansion bundle. This bundle gives you access to the base game along with the new expansion Vessel of Hatred. As I mentioned earlier, you will have around 40 hours of campaign gameplay to explore Sanctuary. If you are a player who already owns the Diablo 4 base game but gave up during the first seasons, and now you are considering giving the new campaign, class and additional content another shot, my advice is to wait a bit longer. By then, major issues are likely to be fixed, and there may be some improvements. You might also find a promotion or a discount later, making a more worthwhile purchase for the expansion. Last but not the least, if you are a Diablo 4 hater, and you might not even be watching this video at this point, you can hold off and wait for Path of Exile 2, which is set to release its beta on November 15. I hope I have helped you to make a decision about whether to buy the new Vessel of Hatred expansion for Diablo 4. If you have any questions or feedback, please don't hesitate to leave a comment, and see you in the next video.